Morning. Welcome to 4 by 8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in the River Journal. Let's get going.
Good morning. Look at the state of my desk. This morning, I have been obsessed with painting, and I think I've said that about 73 or 74 times lately. But when I say obsessed, I mean, I really mean obsessed. I just take a junk magazine and I keep painting and painting, and I did this one yesterday, that one yesterday. Prepped a bunch of other pages. Don't fear, I have more paper here. That rhymes. I had to hide it because of my little squirt. She's off to ice skating lessons, and then she's going to her other grandmother's. So I won't see her till I get home from Missouri, which is like the 12th of February. That'll be probably the longest I have not seen that child in her 7 years. But, I mean, I really am talking. I love this one. Love this one. This is deli paper. It kind of looks like icebergs in Frozen. This is that same thing I love. I mean, then I started. I'm like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? I love this. I love this. I love them all. This is Hebrew, from a Hebrew book and on a magazine page, but you can still see the Hebrew print from it. These are pieces from a Christmas binder that I got at the dollar store, thrift store, and I use the paper because it's semi-cardstock, and I've just been backing things with it, and scraps, cleaning off pages, just tons. So then I'm thinking, okay, I have a ton of coloring books, and other people do this. I'm not going to be as good, but I'm going to try it. So I cut out an image out of a flower coloring book and did that. Doodlers Anonymous, which Dee Dee Willingham enabled me to get, has goofy, crazy things. And I'm thinking, this guy says tiptoe. I don't know. I haven't done the coloring. I just did a watercolor base on him so far. But he looks cute. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. And then these kids were in another page in Doodlers Anonymous, and I thought they were cute. And then there's a scary clown. I don't know. Just fun. I love this. This is kind of like thistles with a butterfly from that same guy that did this drawing. So I'm thinking some of these that I might like. I love this one. I might shrink them and print them then again on sticker paper and have my own stickers for me, not for anybody else. This is another coloring book. A friend of my best friends had a relative die, and I am painting this to send it to her, and that would make a pretty sticker. Not unlike any of this stuff, you know, just making my own backgrounds. And so I thought, then I started watching collage, which I love collage anyhow. And I got onto this channel. I don't even know where it is now. I tried to subscribe to it and I forgot. It was in the middle of the night, how that happens. And it was two older women. One was in Portland and one was somewhere else. I don't know where. But their collage work is spectacular. Then I got onto, I need some orange and yellow, so I'm going to, oh, here we go. I'm going to do some orange and let that dry. Orange, orange, orange. A guy that looked like he may be living in India, kind of looked like the landscape of India, not in a downtown village, but in a countryside village. He was a beautiful collage artist. I don't know what his name was either. And this was 3 o'clock in the morning, so I'm like, okay, you need to sleep. So I stopped, but I got inspired, and because the guy from India was making beautiful ladies, and ladies carrying vessels on their heads. Remember that from the other day? Oh dear. So this is how this happens. Then you have more paper than you can deal with. Oh, here we go. So then you need a cleanup book. And then you get 3 more catalogs in the mail, and you're like, oh, good Lord, I can't handle any more catalogs. Oh dear, I just dropped orange paint on my pants. But then you're like, oh no, paper. So, I loved my ladies in my background. When was it? Today? No, yesterday. Today was the giraffes for you. These ladies. And they were carrying vessels on their heads. So, I printed 2 ladies off the internet that had baskets of, one has fruit, one looks like she has water. This is Africa. This might, I guess they're both Africa. I don't know where. I don't know if they're Zambezi ladies. I'm just going to use them as my models because I don't have anybody here that can look like the model that I need. All right, this is too much. So it is, I call it my I Love Lucy process. If you know I Love Lucy from the 50s, 60s, or whenever she was, there was one where her and Ethel were working on an assembly line, and they were, or doing something, they were making something, and they added too much flour, so then they added more water, and then they had too much water, so they added more flour, and eventually they came up with, you know, this gigantic bucket of something they were trying to make. If you want orange, it's going to cost you 3 other pages of orange, and if you want, you know, blue, it's going to, you know, you end up having 4 more pages of blue, and then you have to cut it, and then you need more blue, and then, I mean, it's just never ending. And then you want to get rid of these faulty bottles that get plugged up, so you're like, okay, let's use up this paint. I just want, and I love having a little bit of this peek through, because I don't want exact. But that looks like an orange dreamsicle. Kirky, weren't those llamas adorable? Where were those? Oh yeah, in that Mary Blair book. I was showing Bella that this morning before she went off to ice skating. Her teacher just came here. No, just moved to South Carolina. I don't know how she got here, except that her ex-husband is also a coach, and he's up there at that rink. She was in Canada, or Cleveland, and I don't know how long she's been in this country. She skated for the Ice Capades. That's how she got here, and I think in the like late 80s, early 90s, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, at that time, when they got over to these kind of countries, they were defecting. I mean, at least that's what the news used to say. So, I'm pretty sure she defected. I don't know how she got here, but she's here. And she has a very thick accent still, but her ex-husband, who's very short and stocky, so I don't know if he was she was an ice dancer. I don't know if he was, but he could have been a hockey coach, but I've seen him working with girls, teaching them the jumps. So I don't know. So stop talking. My goal is to try to replicate these 2 ladies organically for my page today. So I'm going to fast forward because it's probably going to take me a while. And I'll come back at the end. So here we go.
So what I am going to do is take a lot of these papers and cut them into their dresses, their arms, their legs, their top, whatever, blah, 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 blah. First, I think, and I don't know how to do this. I don't know what makes me think I can do this, but I'm just going to do it. First, I'm going to take some scrap pieces of paper and try to draw an outline. Very, very generic. And just trying to get and I'm not even sure this is going to look right when I'm through, but, and my camera angle's a little off. I don't know what, I think I must have bumped it. I was trying to get close, but, anyhow. So, yes, I am trying to draw an outline, a basic outline to try to give me the parameters of the pieces of paper that I've painted that I'm going to cut up. And I don't know if I told at the end the right name of the lady that I've fallen in love with her stuff. So while I'm doing this voiceover, I'm going to try and see. it's just the collage elements are beautiful. I love collage. It was on a video. Anyhow, okay. It may not be the lady I told you who it was. Hold on, let's see. Oh, Lucinda Parker. Lucinda Parker. So, okay. I am cutting out paper that I have painted in the last week or so that I can't stop doing. And I've used some of the crazy mixed up stuff that I've made to try to replicate that one lady's dress. And I'm going to use green. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm using green to try to replicate her blouse, and it's kind of off the shoulder, ruffly looking thing. There's the basket that her fruit's going to be in. Um, if nothing else, I'm having fun, and I don't know how many times one person can say this, but I love doing this, and I'm just going to keep on going till it's either right or wrong, or I get tired and find something else to do. So I'm using my regular glue, but I'm going to reinforce it with washi tape because it's very wobbly, and the glue is not the best element to stick to this paper I have found once it's painted. Um, the paint does something to it. And I did use a couple pieces of white paper and color it because I didn't have any brown. I do now. With my Stabilo Woodies and dry it and replicate the basket on her head. But yes, I do stabilize it with washi tape. And it's very generic, very free form. But oh my gosh, how much fun. And I would love to have an outfit like this. Um, anyhow, I could not carry anything on my head. And her arms are going to be corrected. They're a little flabby right now, but like me, she's going to have to walk and lose some weight. So it is what it is. Drink water, lady. No frappuccinos. That's what I have to do. So I don't know how I got so far out of shot. I had the camera angled wrong. Sorry. Uh, maybe instead of buying all these art supplies, I should buy camera lessons. But anyhow, okay. So now we're going to work on the other lady. And I'm cutting out her little shape and trying to replicate the lady right on the right with the orange dress. And hers is just an off-the-shoulder sarong-like type with a basket on her head. So she might be a little bit easier. And I purposely cut them out a tad bigger so that I can trim them down. And I did not want their faces. I wanted them from the back. And I found these two ladies immediately under Google Images. If they're your cousin, I'm so sorry. But I'm not going to sell it. Just having fun, enjoying their company this morning. Oh, I can't tell you how much fun this is. Dude, have I already said that like 27,000 times? Anyhow, I'm getting Journey Proud too. We call it, I don't know what it's really called, but my husband and I always say Journey Proud. I get a tad nervous just because of logistics, but it's better than flying, and this airport in Kansas City is horrible, so I don't like to use that airport. I've used it once, and it was a disaster in every sense of the word, in many different categories, under many different departments. So I just didn't want to deal with Kansas City Airport, and I had so much fun driving last year, even though the attractions that I want to do aren't going to be open. So here goes her basket. I don't know what she has in it. Um, maybe water, but we're getting her ready. We're going to get her going, and oh, so much fun. I was trying to do a little bit of a shading on the outline of her skirt, her sarong, but oh no, the basket, the basket. So I am going to, oh, I'm working on her neck. She has lots and lots of rows of beads around her neck, and I'm trying to make a colorful necklace for her. Keep in mind, I'm going to trim it.
All right. Oh, this lady needs some feet. All right, let's see here. This. So much fun. can't talk and paint at the same time. Have you noticed that? Okay. This is extremely generic, or whatever I'm trying to say. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. This is not art gallery quality. I don't think you would think it was, but just in case you thought it might be, it's not. But oh my gosh, has this been fun. And I'm stabilizing it in the back with some washi tape, just because sometimes I feel like the glue is not good enough. She's kind of kicking up her skirt in the back. These are two ladies I got off of Google Images, and I just put in ladies carrying baskets on their heads in Africa. If they're your cousins, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to put them on the internet. But, okay, we need to work on her arms. This lady's got heavier arms, but I don't think she'd appreciate me giving her flabby arms. Because if she can carry a basket of fruit on her head, she surely does not have flabby arms. And I wrote down one of the ladies that I caught on the internet last night on accident, a happy accident. I wrote it on a piece of paper. Tell me I didn't put it under somebody's body. I might have. Oh, Eunice Parsons. Amazing. Now, she's got a little bit of fruit in her basket, but I just think they're gorgeous. Move all this out of the way. Okay, I'm going to try to give you a close-up without blowing out the camera. This is the lady. This is, hold on. Hello, where's my green book? This is the lady. They're not exact, they're not perfect, but I love them. This is the lady. This is that lady. And all of these are either book pages or magazine pages that I have painted. And or stabiloed. That's a verb, remember? I just love these ladies. Now I'm not sure, and I might make a tuck-in so that I can keep these ladies. So when I'm 80 in the nursing home, I'll remember, oh yeah, that day you got excited about paper collage and you made these ladies on the internet and you had so much fun. Now, or I really don't want to include them here because visibly include them. Although that would be kind of fun. Just like that. Maybe I will. I have to think about that for a minute. Let's trim this white off. And I want to leave some of the background because it's obviously Africa. Or sure looks like it to me. That's what I told the Google people I wanted to search. And I like the rough edge on both of them. And I don't think I'm going to put any paper on the background here. That's highly unlike me. But I think I want them to stand out. What could I call them? Okay, how about woman power? And while I'm here, I keep forgetting to say this. The other day, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, when I was at the doctor with my sister, I was sitting in the waiting room, as one does, and I came across a magazine that had a lot of information. It was some kind of river magazine, and it was like a river trust magazine, a land trust type magazine. It had the most interesting articles, and I even took pictures of the articles because I was going to do some more stuff. But don't forget, our rivers, and I thought, well, this is something I should talk about. I talked a little bit about it in the Ganges because it's very in your face, proper in the Ganges. The pollution and overfishing and taking the fishing away from the native people that depend on it for their food every day, not just, us that like to see it in the grocery stores. So don't forget, these rivers need to be cared about and taken care of properly. And I think these ladies would agree, because they're drinking this water and their fruit is grown from these trees. There's my bit for the ecology. Something about heads. I like woman power, but powered by women. Groceries and water powered by women, or something like that. Alright, what if... This is going to be a long video. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I think this craft paper would be fun to write on for this. See, something silly like Talking Heads, make it a rock parody or something like that, but I don't want to take away from the majestic look that these ladies have. Ooh. Remember when I told you I wasn't going to buy anything? So far I've bought a very expensive art book, the Mary Blair one, a cheaper art book. Oh, the cheaper art book was part of my Christmas money. And then I got these. Now these are Dylusions, Diane Rivalry, or however you say her name. I'm not into the planning section of it, but these can be used in journals. And these are the kind of things I've made before. And I wouldn't be opposed to making some of them with all of this paper. It's just doodles, and this is extremely simple, generic. But I wonder, she's got a couple. These are for planners, but I like them for other stuff. But I'm wondering if, okay, those are the months, small months. See, like, I love these. Those I can make. I bought it really because I wanted to see what they looked like, but I can make these myself. Ooh, and that too. Oh, that gives me an idea. See, I don't doodle enough. I'm not good at it. I'm kind of like it at times, and sometimes I don't. Here's plain ones. I was thinking they had little... Okay, Amy Tangerine has phrases. Speaking of Amy, I'm getting my stuff together for my trip, and I'm going to take her insert because it looks like quilt fabric, right? This is one of the ones I bought the other day. Well, a while back. Oops, it's in here upside down. And I actually have put in some of my paper. There's that striped one that I talked about. Just here and there. Just for some color. That one needs to be glued. I'm waiting for my double-sided tape. The stuff that I got is like double-sided duct tape, and it's just horrible to work with. But it'll stay there, that's for sure. I've cut apart some of these magazines. This is going to go in the back of my composition notebook. It's just never ending here. So I think I might be I'm getting into collage. Let's just say that. I think I'm going to write on here, woman power, Don't underestimate the power of a woman. Ah, they've been having all these women's marches. These ladies are marching every day. That's what we're going to do. Woman's march. My glue stick is empty. Using up a lot of half open things. Oopsie. Not half open, but half finished. And let's just do a doodle around here and call it the Woman's March. I do like a scratchy border. We're just going to do that. And hopefully my pictures on Instagram show up a little bit better. And we're going to do scratchy writing. Since we can't do script yet, practicing. Woman. Oh, wait a minute. There's that movie, March of the Penguins. This is March of the Women. I'm glad I included them, their pictures in here, because I really like that. And we're going to kind of do this. Make it a little organic. Okay. Pretend like we're as good as Diane or those ladies at Ranger. I don't think so. Oh, that didn't work out right. Looks like an M. We're going to have to fix that. They're purposely not perfect. Remember that. This might be the font I have to deal with the rest of my life. Alright, let's see if we can fix that. Plain old ballpoint pen goes a long way. So yeah, don't forget, and I should say it more, but all these rivers, we have them for right now, but are our children, our grandchildren going to have them? I don't know. We don't take better care of them, they may not. Curtie, I love your dogs. And I saw Bogey. It's either a West Highland Terrier, a Bichon, or a Maltese. Bogey's a Maltese. I'm claiming it as Bogey. Oh, does not look like a W. Why can't I do the W? Seriously? Try number 3. Now you know why I can't do script. Having a hard time, so I make it even smaller now. Okay, let's just do alright, we're changing it. Women on the go. That's kind of sloppy. I might do it again. But it's going to go like that. And then glue. Oh yeah, I'm out of glue. So I was going to go to the JCPenney Museum, I told you yesterday, I think. It's not the JCPenney Museum, the Disney Museum. It's closed until March 1st also. So, just might be all quilts, who knows. Last year the arch was closed because they were refurbishing, retrofitting it, earthquake proofing it or something, they said. I don't want to go to St. Louis, but if the weather's bad, I would love to go back to Hannibal. I fell in love in Hannibal with the whole spirit of Mark Twain, and that's the Missouri River. No, that's the Mississippi River. I love it. I even like the white. Normally I wouldn't like all that white. Whew, that took a while. Look on Instagram, you'll see a better close-up, I think. That might get changed. Love it. 51 minutes. That's how long it took me. I'm actually glad I sped up through some of it. See y'all tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram here, and I'll see you all tomorrow.